A significant advance has recently been made by the United States of America in the direction of the future of finance and the adoption of digital money. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, is now legally obligated to accept tax payments that are made using digital assets as a result of the recent adoption of the Tax Modernization Act, which was a landmark policy that was supported by both parties. More crucially, the legislation specifically identifies XRP, which is the native token of the XRP ledger, as the digital asset that will serve as the pilot for this historic endeavor. The Tax Modernization Act ushers in a new age for taxpayers as well as the government, as it incorporates digital assets into the official process of paying taxes. As a result of the United States' decision to include XRP into its financial system, the country is demonstrating its dedication to welcoming innovation in the financial sector. It is not just a significant achievement for those who are passionate about cryptocurrencies. It also signifies a significant shift in the manner in which the federal government collects taxes and the manner in which digital currencies are included into the mainstream of finance. The fact that digital assets are making their way from the periphery to the very center of our financial infrastructure is a sign that many people think is significant. It's why XRP. Over the course of the past few years, XRP has separated itself among digital assets by virtue of its lightning-fast transaction speeds, settlement times that are almost instantaneous, and extremely cheap transaction fees. Because it possesses these characteristics, it is exceptionally well-suited for the enormous and time-sensitive task of processing billions of dollars worth of tax payments each year. The decision made by the government demonstrates a significant level of confidence in the technological capabilities of XRP, as well as its potential to change an essential public utility such as the government. Beginning with the 2018 tax season, taxpayers all throughout the country will, for the very first time, have the opportunity to pay their federal taxes using XRP, which is a capability that has never been available before. This is not merely a modest option or some pilot program with restricted scope. Rather, it is a required acceptance of XRP across the entire nation. This indicates that a significant amount of XRP, amounting to billions of dollars, will be sent directly into the United States Treasury every April. By taking this action, the acceptance of XRP as a form of payment for taxes will become a reality for all individuals from coast to coast. A key shift that has the potential to reshape how we think about digital assets and public finance in the years to come is the one that has occurred. This cyclical demand, which is mandated by legislation, brings about a level of market certainty and predictability that has never been seen before in the world of cryptocurrencies. However, this new structure has significant repercussions for the economy associated with it. A thorough examination of the dynamics has been carried out by economists in order to guarantee a smooth operation and to prevent price volatility from causing disruptions to tax collections. According to their findings, XRP needs to reach a level of stability at a substantially bigger market capitalization, with token prices averaging somewhere around $250,000. This appraisal guarantees that XRP is capable of managing the number of tax payments without producing significant swings that would make the operations of the Treasury more difficult. It is possible that this number will appear to be unbelievable, yet it is founded on reliable economic modeling that is derived from forecasts of federal tax revenue, anticipated adoption rates, and volatility buffers. Over the past several years, the act of paying taxes has evolved into a significant factor that drives. It is possible that this may hasten the incorporation of XRP into mainstream banking and payment systems, which would extend its application beyond the realm of tax payments. This would allow for its usage in everyday transactions, payments to businesses, and international remittances. At the same time, the act places the United States in a position of worldwide leadership in the invention of digital currencies. In light of the fact that it lays the groundwork for the future of finance on a global basis, it is a rather significant event. This revolution in digital currency is being led by the United States of America, which is really stepping up its game and taking the lead. It will be fascinating to observe how this will affect the dynamics of the global economy. As XRP becomes a government-approved method of tax payment, it is inevitable that other countries will take notice and contemplate implementing systems that are analogous to this one. In the realm of digital currency, this has the potential to usher in an entirely new era of international adoption and collaboration. A wave of international adoption might be triggered as a result of this, which would promote global interoperability and raise the prominence of the XRP ledger as the most prominent settlement platform in the world. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, will need to implement platforms that are both safe and user-friendly in order to provide taxpayers with the ability to convert dollars into XRP in a smooth manner and to submit payments with confidence. In addition, this program creates new opportunities for blockchain developers and fintech businesses to design solutions concerning tax compliance, digital wallets, and payment gateways. This helps to cultivate an ecosystem that is beneficial to both taxpayers and regulators. This moment is a defining moment for those who are investors and holders of XRP. A layer of intrinsic value that has never been seen before in cryptocurrency markets is added by the guaranteed annual demand that is anchored in the United States Treasury, which is one of the most stable institutions in the world. Recently, charts have been created to highlight the worth of XRP as well as the stability of the United States Treasury. As a result of this legislation, XRP is transformed from a speculative asset into a utility asset with an intrinsic demand that is directly linked to the functions of the government. This development should also be considered in the context of the political environment. A rare period of consensus on the necessity of modernizing financial infrastructure was reflected in the fact that the Tax Modernization Act got support from both the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, that policymakers are no longer apprehensive about embracing blockchain technology as a core component of national finance is indicated by the explicit inclusion of XRP, which communicates that they are no longer hesitant. This is a sign that regulatory clarity and forward-thinking policy can, in fact, coexist, which is beneficial to both innovation and public trust. In addition to the financial and technical issues, this transformation has significant repercussions for different parts of society. It is possible that enabling tax payments using XRP might make the tax system more effective and transparent, thereby reducing fraud, boosting compliance, and lowering the expenses of administration. When you take all of this into consideration, there are a number of genuine advantages for society that would result from allowing tax payments to be made using XRP. It is possible that some taxpayers will find it simpler to satisfy their commitments as a result of the introduction of a new payment option that is both quick, and less expensive than the conventional methods. We are already witnessing rippling effects in the market as the news of this law spreads further and further. Exchanges are getting ready to happen. Both retail and institutional investors are expected to be drawn to this structural change, which would result in significant inflows of capital into XRP assets, according to analysts' assumptions. Additionally, this new phase of XRP adoption will stimulate developments in associated technologies such as decentralized finance, smart contracts on the XRP ledger, and solutions for cross-border payment transactions. It is exciting to observe how these discoveries are reshaping the landscape as we continue to delve further into the developments in linked technology. Developers now have a more lucid roadmap and the desire to construct scalable systems that can cater to millions of users as a result of the Treasury's backing. With this endorsement, a crucial milestone has been reached, paving the way for solutions that are both more robust and inventive. The endorsement of the Treasury is more than just a stamp of approval. Rather, it is a stimulus for growth and innovation throughout the economy. Developers now have access to the direction they require in order to push the boundaries of what is possible and design apps that not only satisfy the demands of the present, but also anticipate the requirements of the future. Even if there is excitement, there are still challenges. It will be of the utmost importance to provide security, privacy, and convenience of use. The Internal Revenue Service and the Treasury Department will need to work closely with blockchain experts in order to develop systems that are capable of handling the vast volume of transactions in a secure and dependable manner. It is imperative that this partnership take place in order to overcome the challenges that are still to come and to guarantee the success of these groundbreaking innovations. In addition, it will be vital to educate the general people on how to utilize XRP for tax payment, TS, in order to achieve widespread adoption. By looking even farther into the future, it is possible that this legislation will mark the beginning of the widespread implementation of blockchain technology by the government. The efficiency improvements that may be achieved through the usage of digital money could truly revolutionize a number of different areas of public finance, ranging from the distribution of social benefits to the spending on infrastructure. To tell you the truth, XRP is in a position to be at the center of this revolution, acting as the foundation of a new digital economy. In a nutshell, the acceptance of XRP